My dream is to fly over the rainbow so high. My dream is to fly over the rainbow so high. Rise up and don't falling down again. Rise up. Long time I broke the chains. I tried to fly a wide so high direction sky. I tried to fly a wide so high direction sky. My dream is to fly over the rainbow so high. My dream is to fly.
I really love the car rides. That was just so enlightening. The students of the trip are such an essential part in my travel experience. The people that you travel with are usually the most important part of making or breaking it. And so having that time while in the cars to get to know the amazing people that Hannah chose to be a part of this class and this experience was very important to me. And my best memories are some of the conversations and some of the games and some of the songs and some of the bonding that we had while in those in those vans.
Mexico was really eye-opening, and just to see that, you know, the country just a few miles down is just so different from us, and how they live and how they think and how their culture is just so colorful, and it just is interesting to be part of that. And my mom's always told me this Chinese parable about a little frog who lives in a well, and he was at the bottom of a well. I don't know how, because there should be water in it, but maybe it was a dry well. And he thought he was so cool because he was the biggest living thing in the well, and he thought he was amazing. But then one day he jumped out and realized how big the world was and how small he was. And that's kind of how I felt. And going down to Mexico, I realized how different people are and the kind of person. And there's so many different types of people and how they live, and that's what I found.
My initial expectations for the class was that I was going to be surrounded by a lot of people who were just as passionate about immigration as I am, and all the issues that go along with immigration, such as 287G, activism stuff, family separation, healthcare, farm worker stuff. And my expectations were really realized because everyone was really passionate about immigration, and everyone had a different perspective. Everyone had a different interest in the process of immigration. Also, the people that didn't know quite as much were really able to catch on really quickly, and it was an easy place to learn. I felt like I got to catch up a lot, and I wasn't overwhelmed. Like, I didn't feel inferior because I didn't know as much, but it was a really safe environment to learn more and ask questions that to other people might seem silly, but to some people
there were a lot of memorable moments. I think one that sticks out right now is dancing with Nicolas and his Purepecha buddies in that small town. What was it called? Oh, Santa Fe de la Laguna, in Michoacán. That was just like incredible. It was, I don't know, it was kind of surreal watching a bunch of American students dancing with Purepecha people in this small village. But there were other moments like that where there was like great interaction between like two cultures that would have never met before, or they would have never met without this class.
Gracias por recibirnos y lo siento por la interrupción. Estudien bien, chicos.
Gracias.
And then we had planned to wake up really early in the morning to make tortillas with her. The whole group was eating at her house in the morning. She was about to make dinner for everyone. So we woke up at 6 a.m. to go to the molino and grind the corn for the tortillas. And I just remember walking back with Becky and Omar and this huge bucket full of dough. And then I spent the next 3 hours with them in the little wooden hut outside in the backyard, which was filled with smoke after these hours, and making tortillas. I think I remember just what we were talking about then, and helping her too, as best I could.
So my favorite moment in the entire trip was when it was in El Gusano, and I entered the fence and I entered the little place where the community center was at, and I just saw everyone playing. So there were children playing in the corner, they were playing soccer, there were other children and other classmates playing basketball, and there was a whole nother group reading books to children, and it was just like really cool because everyone was either laughing or talking or interacting, and that was really cool to see. And it's just something that I can like close my eyes on and remember vividly, and it was kind of really I would say it was a memorable moment in that when I look back and when I see these people on campus, I'll remember them in that atmosphere.
Okay, my most memorable moment was in El Gusano when we were there. We were all at the community center hosting all of the kids from the community one evening. We were showing movies, and we were showing we had like marshmallows and stuff, and this fight broke out, and it was kind of scary because we didn't really know what was going on, and you had to break it up, and we as our group was responsible for making sure that everything was resolved. And I just remember it was scary because we didn't understand what was going on, and everything eventually died down, and we did the right thing, and I was really proud of the way everybody came together and did the right thing, you know, and resolved the issue.
It is forbidden to cry without learning, to wake up one day not knowing what to do, to become afraid of your own memories. It is forbidden not to smile in the face of adversity, not to fight for what you want, to abandon everything because of the fear, not to transform your dreams into reality. It is forbidden not to show your love, to make someone pay for your debts in bad humor. It is forbidden to leave your friends, not to try to understand what you live together, to call them only when you need them.
I think this is the highest mountain around.
It is forbidden not to be yourself in public, to feign in front of people who aren't important to you, to fake being funny just to make them remember you, to forget all the people who love you. It is forbidden not to do things by yourself, not to believe in God and forge your fate, to be afraid of life and its engagements, not to live each day like it was a last sigh. It is forbidden to miss someone without cheering, to forget their eyes, their smile, just because your trails stopped embracing, to forget their past and pay with their present. It is forbidden not to try to understand people, to think that their lives are more valuable than yours, not to know that each one has their own way and happiness. It is forbidden not to create your history, not to have a moment for the people who need you, not to understand that whatever life gives to you, it takes away as well. It is forbidden not to search for your happiness, not to live your life with a positive attitude, not to think that we can be better, not to feel that without you, this world wouldn't be the same.